It's been brought to my attention, as well as the rest of the country and the world, that the temporary protective status of Haitians, roughly about 350, 400,000 Haitians, are looking to be deported, unfortunately, being in the country, in America, that's where I am, pretty soon, because the Supreme Court just ruled on it. And I happen to have studied the Supreme Court extensively while in college. I do have a political science degree. As a matter of fact, once upon a time, I wanted to become a lawyer so I can fight for uh, my people's rights. I am Haitian. To fight for my people's rights, not just, to stay in this country, but just, the bias, the racist policies the U.S. has towards Haiti and other countries, being the human rights activist that I am, besides all the other things that I do. My name is King Kevin Dorival, by the way, those who first time watch me on the video. But I've also been watching and seeing the increase in ignorance amongst African Americans. Generally speaking, I know for a fact that I probably know, 80% more history than the average African American, simply because, I read extensively. And the ignorance from the foundation of Black Americans, this new phenomenon here amongst uh, Black Americans. And I was just trying to understand the racist rhetoric that is being used and trying to see it from their perspective. And I think as a man, you have to try and see things from other people's perspectives, especially if you're trying to move beyond the current situation. You're trying to move beyond just the name calling and the back and forth, but get to see where they're coming from. What's the smell like? When they say, you smell me. And the fun thing is, I was inspired to do this video because a friend of mine's, more like a mentor, Mrs. Brooks. She's watching this video. She called me. She used to work for Jeb Bush, volunteering for his campaigns, and she'd been in helicopters with Jeb Bush, who was the former governor of Florida back when I used to live in Florida. I live in Atlanta now. And she's a volunteer for our Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. Huge contributor, huge contributor. And so she called me. I haven't spoken to her in years. She calls me out the blue just the other day, July 1st, possibly, or, just the other day, 2026. And she called me telling me that there's a huge population in Alabama where she moved to. There's a huge Haitian American population out there, and she thinks that I should, possibly reach out to them and et cetera, et cetera. And we just start talking about history, and she's a very proud African American. Doesn't label herself FBA, but is very proud of African American culture, as she should, and just the history and her family's history and the legacy, et cetera, et cetera. Just a very proud Black woman. And as we spoke, and I asked her, well, why do you think there's been this insurgence of ignorance towards Haitians coming from African Americans? She says he doesn't understand why that is so, even though she has noticed it online, but she doesn't pay any attention. But she does know why white folks hate African Americans, but also more specifically why they hate Haitians, why Caucasians have a problem with Haitians. And it goes back to Haiti being the first independent Black nation, daring to stand against the status quo, fighting for the rights of not just the Africans who are in the island of Haiti today, which we call Haitians, um, which are Haitians, who call themselves Haitians. Like, they not only self-titled themselves, they freed themselves, broke the shackles, something that white people, it was a white man's nightmare come true. You know what I'm saying? And Haiti had the nerve to fight for their freedom and won. creating their own country. Now, African Americans, and so when she said that, she didn't understand why African Americans feel that way. You know, why there's a population that has this hatred towards Haitians, but she said that it has to be because of the generations of oppression that African Americans had to endure during slavery, which you all know this Saturday, 4th of July, for those who celebrate that quote unquote 4th of July holiday. You know, 250 years of America's, you know, being America, you know, the birth of America. And I told her, I wonder how many of them know that Haitians fought, you know, to help America gain their freedom from Britain. You know what I'm saying? In Savannah, 1776. I'm sorry, 1779, October 1779. 1776 was actually when the war actually first started, if I'm not mistaken. But in 1779 in Savannah, Georgia, which is a huge Haitian plaque there, not plaque, a huge statue, you know, on a huge platform. They spent nearly $1 million to raise to build the statue and to maintain it. And down, you know, the town square in the middle of everything, which is great history behind that. I have another video on the Savannah. I speak there almost every year. Me, Brother Julian, and the Haitian American Historical Society, who raise the money. But do they also know that America wouldn't be the size it is today if it wasn't for Haiti? You know what I'm saying? The 13, 14 states that, you know, in the Midwest, from Louisiana to Montana, you know what I'm saying? How Haiti, you know, those states wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Haiti because they were owned by France. And when Haiti whooped France under Napoleon's lead, Napoleon had to sell the Louisiana Purchase, which is all those states, from Texas all the way up to Montana. And so these things, and so when people say, you know, Haiti didn't contribute anything, Haiti didn't, you know, we're just freeloading off of them, and you just have to ask yourself, do these people know the contributions that Haiti has made towards the growth and development and the prosperity of America? Mind you, the Louisiana Purchase was one of the biggest land deals of all time. I think it was a net worth of about $13 million real estate deal. Um, you know, it was huge, humongous. But Haitians who left Haiti to come to America, like my mother, I'm first generation Haitian American, I could say Afro Haitian, being that they left Haiti, they have no idea why so many Haitians left Haiti and what were the contributing factors of that. And one of those factors was the fact that America has always bullied Haiti, always wanted Haiti, always was jealous and envious and hated Haiti because many reasons. One, that Haiti didn't want to sell some of the islands that America wanted to use as Navy drop-offs or Navy stations, you know, for the convenience of just being America. We need your land, give it to us. And Haiti was bold enough back then not to sell to America. You're talking about early 1800s. And there's a book by Joseph Lewis called Haiti for Haitians. And he spoke about if America continues to attack Haiti and tries to bully Haiti the way it has, and some of these other superpowers like France, who crippled Haiti's economy, they will take over Haiti's sovereignty. And lo and behold, in retrospect, that's what happened. So Haiti has lost its sovereignty. The U.S. cripples its economy, stops Haiti from being able to grow its own vegetables and rice and to sell and make money because the U.S. influxes Haiti with an enormous amount of free rice, which cripples the economy because the Haitians can't grow. My Haitians can't grow their rice to make money. to feed themselves because all this free stuff coming on. So not only are they crippling them economically, agriculturally, but also mentally, because when you continue to give people free stuff, it lowers their morale to work hard and develop for themselves. So I've been hearing this quote online from Dana and Judge Joe Brown, which I have a high respect for them, those two, their show, because they're educated black folks with a lot of, especially Judge Brown, with a lot of judicial knowledge. But then they post these ignorant things and without stating all the facts. Make Haiti great again. Why do we go back to Haiti, make Haiti great again? How could we make Haiti great when they continue to rob, rape, and pillage Haiti's economy, Haiti's political system? You assassinate the president who just was assassinated, and then trying to use Colombians to throw off the fact that the American hands are all over it. You exile our president, President Aristide, back in the 90s twice. You know what I'm saying? First elected, democratically elected president. You kick him out, what I'm saying, the country when he dares to stand up to fight for minimum wage for Haiti, to fight for reparations. As a matter of fact, France, who forced Haiti to pay, 150 million gold francs and reduced to 90 something million. And it took Haiti generations to pay off, damn near 100 years to pay off that debt, humongous debt. Off top, wiped off Haiti's chances of ever becoming prosperous again, because Haiti was once great again. And Dana and Judge Joe Brown know that. They know that Frederick Douglass, the great orator, the great abolitionist, who fought and freed himself, just like Haiti, who fought and freed himself, he moved to Haiti, became the ambassador for U.S. to Haiti, and was helping in the relations, and was just he realized and seen like, wow, this is a black Mecca right here in the Western Hemisphere. We don't have to go way back to Africa. Africa is right here, and these black people are prosperous. They got they got stage houses with theater houses with plays and restaurants and hospitals and schools, like all black owned, black built. And he said that Haiti is the light. Haiti is the future. And if we reinvest in Haiti and come to Haiti, African Americans, enslaved Africans, we could be great here. We can make Haiti be the wave of the future. And he was going to move to Haiti permanently if the Civil War didn't take place. But when the Civil War took place, he was like, I got to stay here in America. My people are in peril. Now, with all this attention going to Haiti, I don't see how they have all the smoke for Haiti. At the time, we should be unifying, because we are under attack under Trump's administration. All black people, not just Haitians, not just immigrants, all black people. The lynchings are still continuing on. The injustice, the things that just happened with Carmelo Anthony or Rick Child, with his story chasing the black boy 130 yards and shooting him in the back, claiming it's self-defense when he 130 yards from your property, you chasing this man with a weapon, but he gets killed, but you get found not guilty. You have the case in Tampa, Fulio murder. All these are FBAs now involved in these cases, even though some of them became victims. But black people here are losing in the justice system. And then you got things like Young Miami with this spin that, you know what I'm saying, highlighting and promoting and pushing and motivating young kids and adult women to go steal. And stealing and killing is all pretty much in the same boat to a degree, because some people who want to grab those high-end merchandises, those fancy purses, those Birkin bags, those Gucci shoes and whatever. Who's to say they won't kill you for that as well? You got little kids at elementary school buses filled singing these songs. And I just can't put the blame on Young Miami. There's plenty of songs, the drill music, You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of songs degrading women, degrading black men. Plenty of that. Young Miami is just the most recent, most popular one who just hit the top 25 in the billboards. And mind you, hip hop last year, first time hip hop did not make the Billboard's top 100. 2025. My point is, and not to mention the black on black crime epidemic that's been going on. Nothing has been done to stop it. But and not to mention, to add to that, Mrs. Brooks that I mentioned earlier, we hosted the Black on Black Crime Solutions panel for 6 years. I may not be African American. I love my African American culture, my African American brothers and sisters. I was raised with them, just like I was raised with Jamaicans, Bahamians, Puerto Ricans, a few Cubans. You know what I'm saying? I've I have a different perspective because I was given love and showed love by people of other cultures and other races. And I love it. It made me open my eyes and want to go and travel to other countries, other continents. I'm a well-traveled man. I've been blessed by that. So I can't jump on and try to antagonize any African Americans because a small portion that are ignorant and have large platforms online. I'm not going to jump into that and start attacking African American culture because I see what's wrong with African American culture: the materialism, the enslavement, the oppression. And Mrs. Brooks said that Haitians didn't have to endure the generations of oppression. The only thing that I see that's a threat, I can see African Americans see as a threat, two things. One, jobs. The economy isn't doing good. There ain't as many jobs as it used to be. And the jobs that people would never want to do are now hustling go do it. Now I work for myself, renovating houses, mold removal, water dam restoration. I do my own thing, my own company. So I'm not worried about that. The other thing is African Americans are concerned with is thinking that immigrants are going to want their reparations. I may not be African American, as I stated already. Proud to be Haitian, proud to be Afro Haitian, of my Haitian culture and heritage. I love it. We in the FIFA World Cup where we got eliminated, but we made it. You know what I'm saying? To the stage. A lot of islands, Caribbean islands, can't say that. You know what I mean? 2026 was in the building. But I want, and I have, and I will continue advocating for reparations for African Americans. It was highway robbery. Even though the country, in 250 years of being in existence, refuses to acknowledge or to give reparative justice to those, to the ancestors, homage to the ancestors who worked blood, sweat, and tears, or to even pay the descendants of the ancestors reparations for all the hundreds and hundreds, thousands, and millions of hours, millions of collective hours working on a plantation, building America, building Washington, D.C., building the White House, being the backbone of this country. It's absolutely, without a doubt, African Americans built this country. Without a doubt. Other immigrants came to build upon that foundation that was built by African Americans. Let's get that straight. However, there were many other immigrant groups that came and contributed as well. It wasn't just African Americans and everybody just sat there and watched. But I'm not going to get it misconstrued and say that African Americans did not pay the heavy price it took to make America as great as it ever was. America was never great. You can never be a great country and be a criminal country at the same time because the foundations of America is criminality. They robbed, killed, and pillaged Native Americans. Same thing with the enslaved Africans and the Africans who were already here in America because Africans were everywhere. We were world travelers, you know. But even with 4th of July, when the first 4th of July happened, and with Frederick Douglass giving a speech. Hey, Google, what year did Frederick Douglass give the speech on 4th of July? Hey Google, what year did Frederick Douglass give the famous 4th of July speech? Hey Google, stop. In 1852, Frederick Douglass gave that speech for 4th of July. I don't even think that's the correct year, but let's say it was. He gave that speech. African Americans and Africans worldwide were still enslaved. And they didn't expect him to say the things he said. But how can I celebrate 4th of July if my people, how can I truly be Jubilee in the Jubilee spirit if my people are still enslaved? How is that possible? And today in America, how can Haitians and other immigrants celebrate 4th of July, which is the freedom of America, if we are still being enslaved, but in a different way? Haitians have been under attack in America for God knows how long, but it intensifies, especially in the 80s and 90s. America may have given us temporary protective status, the TPS. However, the damages that were done by America to Haiti are permanent status. That temporary status, temporary protective status, we are no longer protected here in America. We're being attacked by white Americans, verbally, through the media, physically, and also by African Americans. Those actions by Jeb Bush, George Bush Sr., um, President Barack Obama, Donald Trump, what's the older guy name? Biden, and so on and so forth. Carter. Well, Carter did help Haiti out a little bit. Those actions these presidents took and things that happened to Haiti under their watch created permanent situations, circumstances that we are seeing the end results of today. Just like those hundreds of thousands of fathers in America who were incarcerated or killed due to the drug trade in America, the streets of America, we are seeing the end results of those permanent actions today. Those actions had permanent consequences, and we're seeing the children, the youth, our young black men are terrorizing our women, not just sexually terrorizing them, physically, verbally, mentally. And so at some point in time, we have to not just look at the end results. Say, look at that young black boy. Look at that young black girl out there boosting and stealing, selling her body. A young black man selling dope, pimping his women, pimping women of his culture, pimping his own black women, killing, destroying, raping, and robbing the community, our senior citizens. We just can't look at the action, the end result. We gotta look at what created that type of environment. What created Haiti to be in disarray? The Port-au-Prince, which is the southern region of Haiti. All of Haiti is not like what they're showing on the news. Let's get that straight. And these social media influencers, they know that. But for clickbait, they're going to say whatever. For clickbait, they're going to say whatever. They're going to get the views, them checks coming in, get that mortgage paid. They don't care what they say. There's little to no truth about it. And they're still pushing out this young girl, whoever she was, beautiful young black woman, whatever culture she was. Some people say she's from Jamaica. Other people say she's from some other island. She may even be African American. To go on there and just say African Americans are dirty, the first thing she's come out her mouth. So you know that was staged. And so FBA, which is really FBI, is really a government plant to keep us from uniting with each other. They're afraid of the spirit of Marcus Garvey rising up again. They're afraid of the spirit of the Haitian revolutionary soldiers rising up again. We are the descendants. They know that if we unify, we could put up a good front, a good, formidable front to white supremacy. But as long as they keep these FBI, FBA agents spreading out these these hate things and making us want to attack each other verbally online and keeping us from seeing the beauty in our cultures, they're successful. But I understand that the political, social, economic situation of African Americans, of Haitians, the diaspora, that they put us in these uh, situations in society that causes us to be at each other's necks and throats. We need to put a stop to that. We do. And I want to be a voice for that. I want to unify. I want to continue supporting my African brothers and sisters in the fight for reparative justice. Just like I want to continue to fight for my brothers and sisters in Haiti for reparative justice against the US and France. But America has to pay that debt. And African Americans are in pain because they always getting stepped on. They always getting the short end of the stick in America. And Haiti and Haitians poses a threat to those limited resources. So I hear y'all, my black brothers and sisters. I feel you, I see you. I mean, I didn't agree with what you're saying they're doing, but I know a lot of y'all don't have any sense or logical because you see Inari argued about what's going on with the Young Miami song. You know what I'm saying? Go spin that. She get this huge backlash, but she reminds me of Harriet Tubman. India reminds me of Harriet Tubman because when Harriet Tubman was, freeing her people, sometimes some of them would try to run back to plantation, go tell on massa. And what she did, she took her gun, whether it be a shotgun or a revolver, and be like, "You ain't going back, cause I'm gonna blow your head off." My people, I could have freed thousands more if my people knew they were enslaved. And the problem is, Inari resurrected that spirit, showing that you can't save everybody. So I'm not going to allow a few misguided slaves throw me off for the love of my black brothers and sisters here in America or wherever you at. All right? My name is King Kevin Dorival, KevinDorival.com. Please like, share, subscribe if you. I'd love to hear your comments on the bottom. If there's anything I said made sense or was I wrong about anything I said? You know what I'm saying? Because Haiti will rise again. May not be in my time, it might be in my children's lifetime, but Haiti will rise again. And I hope that we all, as a unified people, African people, in this generation, can plant the seeds for the next. All right? Bless up. I'm out. God be blessed. Peace.